My next guest, one of those voices in the wilderness throughout the entire COVID ordeal, saying, wait a second, we shouldn't be doing this. You're on the wrong track. Of course, he was deplatformed, he was canceled, he was silenced, he was shunned, he was mocked, but mostly he was right. Mostly he was right. Dr. Robert Malone, join me now. Robert, always good to have you here, Doctor. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks for having me
Yeah,
on.
you were one of the people that would just they just man they you, every time you spoke they cringed, and every time you spoke you were right. Maybe that's what they
It
didn't like
still
the
goes
most.
on. I got attacked by Senator Blumenthal the other day for posting a
Well
meme.
done.
Yeah, exactly. He said that I am a far right MAGA, and I
Yeah,
absolutely shouldn't be on the ACIP because I reflected the perspective of far right MAGA on
yeah,
vaccines. He didn't
yeah,
realize he was actually paying me a compliment.
yeah. Richard Blumenthal, a guy who lied about his military service. Thanks, Senator. Really appreciate that. All right, so there's my invitation to Blumenthal. I'm Richard Blumenthal. I lied. Yeah, he lied about his military service. Maybe he should just pipe down and not join the conversation. Anyhow, the USDA, and I see this all the time.
Yeah.
Uh, Apparently, agriculture is the problem. We have here it is, Doctor. We have to get rid of agriculture so that people don't starve to death. Does anybody beside me understand how stupid that is? We have to get rid of agriculture if we don't starve to death. Yeah. Okay.
So this is at the core of this One Health initiative that is absolutely another one of these globalist pushes to integrate things through the um, various organizations, global organizations associated with health, including the World Health Organization. And the argument all sounds good on the surface that we all share a common health, and the health of animals are important for the health of humans. But when it comes down to the details, the question is, what are the bureaucracies doing about it? And they, as what's remarkable is that what has developed at the USDA and the animal health and plant, its animal plant and health inspection service, APHIS, is almost exactly like what we see with the CDC and the integration of American vaccine policy with the interests of the both the pediatricians and the pharmaceutical industry. The same thing has happened in USDA, only even more so with even less oversight and even less monitoring of adverse events associated with vaccines in all of our both our food animals and our pets and companion animals. And that's what this essay focuses on, is this overreach and kind of
Sure.
obsession with
Yeah,
vaccination.
it's an obsession with everything. And so, help me here, because I heard that Bill Gates has developed these like a peel, this coating that goes on apples and things that you can't
Yes.
wash off, you can't get rid of, right? And but they have this idea that this mRNA technology could be applied in your food, could be other places. I mean, that's pretty frightening stuff. I didn't uh, agree to that. I didn't say I want that stuff on my food. I didn't say I don't want to be able to wash my fruits and vegetables and still have your damn chemical on there. I don't want that. What do we do about it?
So that gets to the point of whether or not we're even going to be allowed to go direct to farmer. What this really does, Steve, the one of the underlying trends is that regulation benefits the very large corporations because they can comply, and it serves to exclude small players, including individual farmers, from the marketplace because they can't comply. This has to do with, for instance, the abattoir or slaughterhouses. Small slaughterhouses are facing USDA inspections. There's not enough inspectors. It drives their costs up. It puts them out of business. And that's all in the interests of the very large slaughterhouses. And that is kind of mirrored throughout the entire system. Regulation is a good thing for the big boys, and it helps to put the small actors out of business. So when you have these situations like Gates implementing this new coding, what it does is creates a situation where you basically will be using this coating on your food stuff, or if you try to market direct without it, you're excluded from the marketplace through a variety of different processes.
Sure.
And so the Secretary Kennedy and the HHS operation is absolutely emphasizing regenerative farming, small farmers, enabling small farmers. That's going to take a while to trickle through the system because there's a lot of resistance to it.
Yeah.
But
You know,
that is
this reminds me
absolutely
of something that went around here during COVID, late in COVID. I'm not sure it's quite related, but that's the time frame. Everything's before COVID, during COVID, or after COVID in people's minds, anyhow. But there was a movement afoot by the government to come. It was the avian flu is what it was related to come. I have a small flock of chickens. We live out in the country. I kind of like that. I'm a chicken
yeah.
rancher, doctor. I mean, I'm a chicken rancher. And so
Oh,
they wanted to
chickens are
register
great.
every chicken. Yeah.
Small backyard flocks, I think, are a fantastic approach to things. Go ahead.
Yeah, and they wanted to make sure that everybody like me that has 12 or 15 chickens or whatever they have, that you register every chicken you have. I'm
Precisely.
seriously, what would the reason be for that? And the only reason I could surmise would be to control the food supply. If you have to make me register my chickens, the only thing for that is government control. What else would it possibly be?
So they wrap this around the logic of monitoring for infectious disease. Monitoring for
Right.
infectious disease is like the gateway drug that allows the bureaucracy to insert itself into your life. And
Yeah.
that gets back to this One Health initiative that I was talking about. That's the big problem, is the psychology and kind of the group think that it's necessary to monitor all aspects of animal health in order to protect human health. And that's it's just become an obsession. You know how it is with the bureaucracy. Once you give them some little thing that they can work on, they just expand and expand and expand that in order to justify their own actions, their own salaries, their own budgets, and et cetera. On and on it goes. That's just the nature of bureaucracies. And so the One Health, Animal One Health, is really a godsend for the veterinary industry because it puts them in a central place of importance in the entire health infrastructure, allows them to capture a lot more tax dollars, and
That's
allows
right.
them to insert themselves into our lives, even those of us that have, as you say, backyard
Yeah.
flocks. It's even worse. Like everything, it can always be worse. It's a
Yeah.
lot worse in Great Britain. They want to basically know whether or not you have parakeets and how many.
It's ridiculous. Right. See, it's not just capturing tax dollars, it's capturing more and more and more control. I got to leave it there, Doctor. But by the way, he wrote the book PsyWar, Enforcing the New World Order. This is all part of that. And there are red flags everywhere. But hopefully, Donald Trump and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and some of the others can break the shackles of some of this nonsense. Doctor, always good to see you.
Thanks for having me on, Steve.
Greatly appreciate it. There you have it, Dr. Robert Malone. The book PsyWar, Enforcing the New World Order. You should check that out. See what you can find out. Learn a lot. We'll take a break from Washington, D.C. A special edition of the Steve Gruber Show will continue after this.